Behind the house where I grew up was a heavily wooded mountain, and it was there that every boy in the neighborhood would gather in the summertime. Our mothers would turn us out in the morning, oftentimes packing us a lunch. And there we would play for hours on end. We would build. We concocted tree houses and clubhouses. We went exploring, searching for wild animals. We played army. We played cowboys and Indians. We played hide and go seek. We made up games. Hours and hours and hours we played together up there. Never worrying, never caring. The world down below was so small. Until the whistles started to blow. You see, each of our mothers had their own whistle. We knew our mother's sound. We could tell it miles away. Not only did we know our own mothers, but we knew everybody else's mother's sound too. I knew Tommy's, Tommy's knew mine. We used to amaze our friends when they would come and visit and play with us because we were so adept at discerning whose whistle was whose. And then we would tell them that not only can we tell our own mother's whistles, but we can tell if they're mad at us too. And we could. Because we knew our mother's sound, their voice, their whistle. And we knew when to answer. Jesus says that the Good Shepherd is like that. The model shepherd, the model leader, the model king, needs to be responsive to his people so that when they hear his voice, they listen. How hard that is these days, with so many voices shouting, screaming, belligerent us, haranguing us. Pandemic, politics, economics, social issues, all with answers, all with solutions. Who do we listen to? It's not easy to discern. It's just noise. It was no different in Jesus' day. Everybody had a solution to the Roman problem, the problem of the Roman occupation of Israel. The Sadducees just got in bed with the Romans and made lots of money. They got the good houses up on the hill. The Pharisees, they were about bringing religion back. Keep the law. Study Torah. The Essenes, they felt it was hopeless and went off into the desert. And the Zealots, well, their solutions were violent. It is into the midst of this that Jesus comes. One more voice. But this is a different voice. It is a voice reminiscent of shepherd kings. For that is what the king was supposed to be, a shepherd. From the time of King David, that was the job description. It was written down. The 23rd Psalm is what a good shepherd king, shepherd leader is supposed to be. They are to provide all the needs of their sheep. They are to provide green pastures, adequate food. They're to provide safe drinking water, besides still waters. They're to provide health care, anoint the sheep when they are wounded or bruised. They are to accompany the sheep in times of trial and trouble, even if it means walking through the valley of the shadow of death with them. It is to protect them from their enemies with rod and staff. It is to provide an adequate place for them to live. You don't hear this language in the political ads these days, do you? Oh, what a leader that would be. I would guess that we would probably listen. The problem with shepherd kings is they rarely show up. That's why in the Old Testament, God finally had it with the shepherd kings and said, enough, I'm taking over. You guys have blown it. From now on, I am the shepherd. And it is in that light that Jesus comes among his people and comes among us today, gathering us by the still waters of our baptism, feeding us at his table, and surrounding us with a loving flock of mothers, of fathers, brothers, sisters, children, friends, that we may hear clearly the voice of the one who promises to care for us, to give us life, life abundant. Have no fear, little flock, have no fear, little flock, for the Father has chosen to give you the kingdom. Have no fear, little flock. Have good cheer, little flock. Have good cheer, little flock, for the Father will keep you in his love forever. Have good cheer, little flock. Praise the Lord high above, praise the Lord high above, for he stoops down to heal you, uplift and restore you. Praise the Lord high above. Thankful hearts raise to God, thankful hearts raise to God, for he stays close beside you, in all things works with you. Thankful hearts raise to God.